I didn't know that. Right? So this is very important to understand. But Swiss area, this is actually, this package everybody coding, but not difficult. But the difficulty is what kind of big data are you going to use it?
All these new languages, they actually become easier and easier.
Yeah.
Less strict on the syntax and
just Edo just mentioned before. He told me, okay, if you're going to give me, if you're going to, if they want to get the information, they want to get the information. Oh my goodness. They want to get the information from a customer or a client or ordinary people. Instead, the company gives them some money or some feedback or something for them. They collect the database, and then they could try to utilize their business. And this is very important. How to collect big data, right? Yeah. So this is, I think, especially his company, official data. They have a lot of official data, but his company want to get private data, so need to some kind of effort to make to pay money to get. This is more concern how accurate data he's going to collect information, right?
There's a lot, yeah.
So IT itself is drastically changed past several years, but recently programming itself is more sophisticated year by year. So now it's so sophisticated, and we cannot code everybody, and they already going to prepare a package kind of system. But the other open area we have, this is IoT. IoT is
generates a lot of
just like a refrigerator or some TV or some electricity or some everything else, and so sort of thing how to control not only the this workers control front end workers, and he's coming to the company to going back home and 10 hours 12 hours what he's doing, how to automate what he's doing. This is not touched yet. SAP does not touch it yet.
IoT?
Yeah.
I think they do.
But very
because IoT is not only in refrigerators, but it's also in the production process.
Production process, but also human being working process.
Actually, that's really that actually already exists. I saw on the what was advertised that they actually now have devices that staff wear around their necks to identify whether they are actively working or whether they are taking a break or chatting. It's a complete monitoring tool for employers to keep an eye on their staff and to make sure that officially they sell it as improvement tool, so to help employees to raise their productivity, but it's really like Big Brother, of course. So it's not only on the production floor; it's even in the offices. So they're now using this kind of
exactly. So I think we need to consider IT capability for our business world. What kind of work we're going to automate it? Like not only the business job, like a taxi driver, bus driver, but also your employees, your workers. What area going to be automated? Now we need to consider for those areas. Right? We cannot automate it. We cannot make 100% automated for everything. So how we're going to give them more better environment, right? So this is a kind of concern we need to much more focus on. Of course, just deep learning, we consider marketing, we consider customer like affection, and the customers, what kind of product they like to buy, right? So not only the marketing, but also we need to focus on employees each by each. How we're going to give them more better environment.
It's very important, actually. One of the big questions of the consulting companies at the moment, the big four, they're all hiring like crazy. They all want to grow, and one of the biggest issues is how to keep your staff, how to keep them happy, because actually that's how you make money. It's your staff that generates revenue for them. So
And this
your own
afternoon,
people are very, very important.
this afternoon we had we saw video, just robot, chatbot. Robot answer the customer at hotel.
Like Pepper? No.
Like a
Yeah.
Pepper?
Pepper one example. And chatbot is automates interactive communication with customer. This sort of things is also we are going to utilize for better saving man hours. But this is just first step. We have a lot of things to saving human hours, save time. And actually, what he should do that. Why are you going to pay money for them? So what things they should think about that? And so we need to focus on his work, and we're going to give them target. What kind of target? And also, at the company owner, as a company owner, what I should do that for them.
But actually, that's you're right, probably. But if I look around me, then what I see is actually that people are not really thinking about that so much. This morning I was in the office, and because there were some workers who were going to collect some branding materials that we added for the Rugby World Cup in our offices, and it was, I think, the total work that they had to do was maybe an hour, but they came with so many stuff. It was like ridiculous. Why did they meet? Yeah, why are they bringing in so many stuff? The same with during hospitality. So many stuff came to set up the tables and the
what are you doing? Something
waiting.
Event?
Event. I really see that there's so many stuff everywhere that's still being put in because for some reason it seems like people are not so much worried about the cost of doing things. It's just like, okay, we need to provide this kind of service, this kind of hospitality, otherwise it could hurt our business. People are not really looking at the bottom line so much. It's in Europe this is much stronger. People would not come with 4 people to the job of 1 person. That doesn't happen. But in Japan it seems kind of normal.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's like a cultural thing. In this case, actually, the reason why they had to come back today was because they didn't do their job properly last week. So that's why they had to come back, and that's why I had to come back, because I needed to let them into the office. So maybe they wanted to show that they were majime, and they actually came with many more people than they needed, just to show like,
Okay,
we're very sorry for the relationship.
Like what he said is that we try to seriously consider for the white collar people. What kind of issue they should work? Okay, what's his target? What his goal? Why he's coming here? Maybe I think majority of clerical work does not need to. And like my case is, I had in front of building I rent my office. This is 5 times bigger the space. I hired 2 women, and she is full time very busy from morning to night. And actually I hired them, but later, following days, nothing happened. It means she did what she so keep busy, but actually useless,
Yeah.
right? Actually useless. And instead, I just write, my daily newsletter by myself. And the first time I spent a lot of time, but now is I'm familiar with how to do it. Only preparing newsletter is 20 minutes instead of 2 hours. Okay, women, the office workers spending 2 hours, but I just 20 minutes. Sort of things I just I get to know that. So actually, what is work? Okay, and also what is IT? And we need to now is the time we need to consider for the next 5 years. Okay, not now. Next 5 years, what is we should do that? This is very important for thinking about what we should do that. So, but many people consider for the IT only superficially and in the detail, like mathematics, like physics, but they never thinking about that. That's the reason why they come to recognize how it does work. And just your for the opinion, just Meti said 160,000 programmers in shortage. He said, I don't agree with that. 160,000 programmers in shortage? Are you sure? No, it's not shortage. Actually, not okay. If going to create a job for us for programmers, maybe 160,000, but actually not programmer. And the Japanese company just sticking to old-fashioned system, traditional system. 75% of companies stick old-fashioned system. They don't need develop system. This is a problem, not programmer shortage. And 2025, the 500,000 programmer shortage, not shortage. At that time is the deep learning. We don't need programmer. And company owner, company management need to study.
It's actually very interesting. The traditional way of software programming is that you are actually going to think about all the scenarios that you want to cover. So you need to, as a programmer, you need to define strategy of scenario, and then you need to create rules to what does the system need to do once they enter this scenario. So the system needs to do this, that, and the other. Then the next scenario, and then so you end up writing a lot of code. You're creating a lot of work for your programmers. But what deep learning does, it's basically, it takes data, it analyzes data, and it in itself going to define the scenarios and the best way to deal with the situation by improving itself. So a software programmer doesn't have to write that much code anymore because it's not defining the scenarios, the system defines the scenarios. So that's why if Meti says we have so much shortage, I think bullshit.
So I think my recent study 6 months is for programming. My conclusion is not programmers issues, not IT analyst issues, engineer issues. Issue is company owner need to change their how to manage company. This is big issues. And if you want to sustain your company, and currently you can guess your company future, and you can guess your customer trend, market change, and economical change. But how is it going to change? But you need to understand the background of calculation. So this is Meti, like a DX report said. This is the answer is different. My opinion different. You owners need to change your mind, right? So very hard days is coming up next 5-10 years. This is my opinion. So I'm going to. That's I every day I study programming. That's the reason why I'm going to start some criticize Japanese IT economists, IT opinion leaders. You are wrong. You are wrong. We try to train programmer. No. You don't need to train programmer. right?
Yeah,
You-
you need to. I think you need to think more how you can utilize technology to serve your.
yeah, that's right.
Because actually, basically, there is an attitude in Japan. I feel there is very much an attitude in Japan where companies, business people are trying to wrestle the software into exactly the shape that they want to have it. They're not leveraging the power of the software. They're trying to control, dominate it, and force it into a package that is 100% tailored to themselves. That's not smart because you dig yourself into a hole, and you lose many opportunities because your system doesn't play nice. Once it's outdated, it doesn't play nice with the other systems that it can work together with. It's not ready to process big data. It's not ready to work together with all kinds of things. You cannot use the latest analytics tool on top of your data because it's very much tailored towards your own organization. So I believe that people should be more trusting and less convinced about their own, that they are right, that they have been doing this for a and they're a specialist, and the system should just do what they do because they know best. You know, there's a whole world outside of Japan that has a lot of experience, that has a lot of tools that could actually help them to grow their business instead of trying to defend and hold on to what they have, because that's effectively what they're doing.
So in the past 10 years, we need to much more establishment for CFO, CIO, CIO, and CMO, marketing or information board members. No, next 5 years, the direction is different. Not CIO. And CEO itself need to understand risk of the IT. So direction is going to switch in to CIO to CFO and CEO. President. Right? So otherwise, we don't need any programming. Okay? IBM, Google provide system. So okay, we can provide big data. But the result is, what kind of result do you want? What kind of result we can capable to get from this system? We should understand. Don't believe IBM. Don't believe Google. They have diversified, opportunity. They'll give it to me. But we need to select what kind of opportunity we're going to get from that company, right? Watson give you hundreds of menus, but I cannot select which menu is the best solution for my company. If you can select it, your company will lose your position. You should study. So okay, I'm going to ask for CIO. The CIO need to study, but okay, CIO will manage your company? No, manage is not CIO. So if CIO, okay, beforehand, CIO is very important because they create software for that company, not anymore. So this is the stage is different. This is my opinion. Recent, I'm every day more than 10 hours I'm studying, but I try to struggle into what kind of message to deliver to Japanese and company people.
So you will no longer study software development?
No, I've studied Swift.
Okay.
Yeah, and coding is I also keep studying, and I try to estimate how much effort do I need for coding for this package. But almost I'm shifting to the mathematics and physics. It's more difficult, not easy. Coding is more easier compared with mathematics. And,
Well, yeah, it both requires
like,
logical.
university mathematics, not easy.
I
Should we study university mathematics?
Yeah, of course. If you don't study
Today you
mathematics,
said a million times.
you
should
discard
study.
your real estate company's owner. You can't manage it.
At
If
least
you want
study.
to, you're going to lose your job position, you should study mathematics. And I tell you, 70% of company disappear next 5 years. Small company, yeah. Without they can estimate future. We can estimate. Well, just I show you the stock price, right? One parameter shows that buy and sell. Okay, buy is big figures rather than sell. Tomorrow the stock price is going up 100% for sure. But you should understand kind of parameters.
Actually, in that figure, I believe that actually the buy and the sell, they had different price ranges and the number of stocks that wanted to buy. So you cannot simply just look and add them together.
Yeah, going up, statistically going up, 100% going up. Okay, but this is one parameter. But you're going to judge 5 or 6 parameter, 10 parameter, 20 parameter. You need to consider for stock pricing. But I didn't do that. But this is one factor is true. But if you don't know that, okay, how are you going to judge your business? Right? How are you going to judge your consulting business? This is my homework to you. Okay, today is a good discussion. I can make it. And right?
So difficile.
I give you the big homework